They always find a way. They always find a way. Even if they play average, they'll always find a way to flip it G up and to put that ball in that net, man. Um, a lot of people will be critical by Tottenham's approach. And for those people critical of Tottenham's approach, what should Uncle Mo have done with the injuries against the best team in Europe? That tactic that Tottenham had was the correct tactic to go through. And if in the first half, Son and Lucas Moura took their chances, it could have been a very different game. But I think for Liverpool, that is why you see the game that they were forced to play is a very dangerous game. Because most people say, of course I want to be the aggressor, of course I want to have possession, of course I want to control the game. That is a very dangerous thing to have because I've watched many football games, many football matches. And if you're the aggressor, the opposition sits back and allows you to have possession. You'll have possession, you'll be prodding and prodding as Liverpool were, you'll keep getting hit on the counter because the um, urge is to push men forward, push men forward. Like, look, these guys, as they're going back and back, you're more insistent on moving forward, which means that whenever you lose the ball, if you lose the ball in a bad area, you can be caught off guard. And that was a tactic that Tottenham were using. There was no midfield. Tottenham, Uncle Mo said, screw midfield. And I was like, let's hit that ball long. Let's hit that ball long. Let's hit that ball long. And they were getting some nice, good, a little bit of joy from their transitional play with because Dele Alli had like a good sketchy game, but you just saw how dangerous Moore is and how dangerous Son can be. Ericsson was trash, and again, why Mourinho went with Ericsson, I have no idea. He could have gone with Lo Celso, he could have gone with Lamelo, who seemed to have added something, some spice towards the end of the game. But for Liverpool, you see, Salah and Mane didn't have the greatest games. They didn't have the greatest games, but that is the danger of this team. Even if Salah and Mane had one of their quietest games, especially Mane, Firmino popped up. And as I was watching the game, I said, all Liverpool have to do is get the ball in the pocket. What's this? Wait. Just get the ball in the cheese. So what's that? Get that ball in the cheese. The cheese, the spot. Okay, let's call it the spot. If the spot is within Mane, Firmino, or Salah, get it in that spot, just outside of the box, or just inside the box, and magic can happen. And lo and behold, they got it inside the spot. Firmino that was a really good goal because for Firmino, he allowed the ball to come across his body, set himself up, and the shot was so accurate, Gazaniga did not even move. And I think, with for Firmino, a lot of people have said, oh, he's probably the best false nine and the best has been like a facilitator with they playing the role as a striker to allow and give space for Mane and Salah. But look, what do you call the goal that he scored in the Club World Cup and now the a very key and very, very crucial goal he scored in what was a pretty tricky game for Liverpool. This wasn't an easy game for Liverpool. It wasn't easy because even if they had a lot of the possession, this could have been a game in which, okay, we have a lot of the possession, but we keep getting caught on the counter and we keep getting punished on the counter. And lo and behold, we look left, we look right, we're 2-0 down, we don't know what the hell to do. But I just thought for Liverpool, like, it was a different kind of game. And I think that is why this Liverpool team is so dangerous, is that they know how to chop and change and manage them themselves. So they were not going to be given the space, which meant that it was difficult for Mane and Salah to show their true colors. But as I was saying, watching the game, what Liverpool needed was this was a game that called for an ox because in the midfield three that Liverpool have, two of the midfielders are just there to consolidate the midfield, but the third midfielder is there to create and really there to be the playmaker to try and actually think of ideas and create things. Ox wasn't doing that, and I think he was hardly really in the game. So this just shows that I don't know whether an Navigator could have been utilized or whatsoever, but I just think you didn't really need to do that because it's as soon as they got the goal, it was like, look, don't chop and change. Leave it as is. Let's just see whether we can consolidate, keep a hold of this 1-0 and let's ride, man. But I think, but I just want to know because I want to know from you people out there, and even from sports fans, was it the wrong tactic for Tottenham to do? Okay, let's say Tottenham attack, play with their higher line, really press for Liverpool. Where are the players to do that? Do Tottenham really have the players to really punish them? No, they don't. See, Lucas Moura, yeah, Son is alright. Lucas Moura, Son, and Dele Alli, are they enough to play a highland really at attack? And do you have confidence that if they get the ball, they'll be able to be effective? Keeping in mind that if you play that highline, that means you give El Deo space, you give Trent space, you give Salah space, you give Roy Robertson space, and they're able to utilize. Because the reason why it was only really 1-0 was Liverpool found it hard to get past the defensive line of Tottenham, because Tottenham were like, now we're going to put men behind the ball, deny you space, and hit you. It was a good tactic. And as I said again, if Son and Moura on that breakaway in the first half were able to take their time, buy their time, look for space and actually put the ball in, maybe they'd have been able to do something. But it didn't pop off for these guys. It did not pop off for these guys. So but another thing to hold again is like, look, I said this before already. You can now see the benefits of not having Harry Kane in the team. Tottenham play fit, they play faster, they play quicker. If Harry Kane was in this team, they would have posed Liverpool no issues whatsoever. But Liverpool were having issues with the speed of Moura and Son. And the thing about Moura is that he's so erratic that there are times in which, bro, you should have just eased up a bit, passed the ball. But there are other times where like, bro, man, that's just why you need to get like that, because he's a disruptor. And sometimes you just need a disruptor who comes in there and just really wrecks things up. But I just think, for overall and for Klopp and for Liverpool, man, it's like, as I said again, they are addicted to winning now. They're addicted to winning now, and they know how to manage games. And they just know what they need to do in order to get that goal. Because as I was seeing the game, even for the first half, where you would argue that, okay, maybe Tottenham are controlling the game in a sense of, okay, Liverpool not creating clear-cut chances and we'll keep it getting breakaways. I just said that Liverpool still have goal scorers. They know how to find space, because Liverpool are a side where, unlike a Man City or Barcelona, they don't rely on short passes. Klopp insists on having these guys play that ball forward and try to find the space. So even if guys are sitting behind, try and find the space and try and unleash the wing back, try and actually find space, try and actually make the forward run into the box. So it wasn't a surprising result, but I'll say this though. I will say this though. Based on the injuries that Tottenham had, especially for Harry Kane and for Sissoko, many people thought that this could have been a total beating. And my thing about it is, you have to look at how the game went. Because if you look at the game on face value, you're like, Liverpool completely dominated Tottenham. They had greater possession. You could argue they had the control of the game because they controlled the ball. They dictated where the ball was going to. And you could see that they pretty much were able to deal with the counter attacks that Tottenham had, specifically with Van Dijk and Gomez. And I almost even forgot, that has to be missed of the season. I mean, did you see Uncle when he went down on his knees? That has to be missed of this. How do you miss that? Like, I think it was Lo Chelsea who missed it. Was it Lo Chelsea or Lamela? I think it might have been Lo Chelsea. That you cannot miss that. That is an absolutely insane flipping miss, But I do think though that it was so weird watching the game, because I was watching the game where neither team actually had a midfield. In the sense of, like, let's say when you watch like a old school Bayern 2013 player, you watch like a PSG player or so forth, the central midfielder or midfielders or Real Madrid, perfect example, they really, the ball comes through them and they're able to dictate play. So there was no midfield of either side, because for Liverpool, it was a case of like, they'd get the ball and boom, let's just hit it and get it to the front three as quickly as possible and get it to the wing backs. For Tottenham, it wasn't even giving it to the midfield. Like, look, we're just going to bypass the midfield, wait, have Son and Moura on the last man and just try and hit them with the last man with the ball over the top. Now, people will come and argue and say, should this have been a throw-in in the first place? Should this have been a handball in the first place? This stuff is so minimal, and that there's no point in even arguing about it. And for Tottenham, you've got to look at the bigger picture. The bigger picture is that Tottenham could have had a chance to get something in this game. They could have had a chance to get something in this game. And when you have those opportunities, especially when you're on a breakaway and it's like a 2-on-2 or a 3-on-3, you have to either make the right passing decision or you've got to try and get a good shot off. You have to try and get a good shot off. And Moura and Son had really good looks, But again, just to really end it for Liverpool, so the only hope now is Gollum. Look, United are the only team who've taken a bit points off of them. The only team that's taken a points off of them. But I just think that, it just goes to show what this team was about. Where for Klopp, it's like, we don't need to be entertaining. Like the Invincibles were like boom, boom, boom. But for these guys, we don't need to be. We can entertain when we need to be, especially when we're at Anfield. But I think right now because you see what is different right now about Liverpool side is we know we're close to winning this title. Let's try and make history now, bro. As I said again, do your Googles. Do your Googles. They've drawn one game. They've drawn one game. Everything are all green ticks. One grey dash, all the rest are green ticks. But just think, the fact that when players are not stepping up, other players can step up is very key. And what makes this team so dangerous and what makes them so powerful is everybody's ready to chip in. Defenders chip in, midfielders chip in. And there is just a team ethos and ethic that I'm not just going to rely on Mane to score. I'm not going to rely on Salah to score. If it need be, I will step up and get that goal. And if time is running out, anybody can get it. And for this one, Firmino, right place, right time, great at when he let the ball go through and he put the ball in, man. So, bro, as I said again, can anybody beat these dudes? Can anybody beat these dudes? Remember to join up and become a Football Hot member for more access and more content that I'll be posting in the next few days. Peace out.